Hey guys, welcome back to Razor C. So this is part 2 of my TLR 22T 3.0 to 4.0 conversion. Basically taking my 3.0, adding some 4.0 parts that are compatible, trying to improve the performance a little bit and make it better. So part 1 was basically adding the rear shocks from the 4.0, which are the shorter shocks, and the shorter and wider shock tower, and then also the 4.0 rear camera block. So made those changes, very happy with it so far. That the truck's more responsive, gets through the corners, just a little more corner speed overall, less pitching forward and back. So definitely made a big change, really had no detrimental effects, so definitely a recommended upgrade. And so part 2 of this is basically adding the stiffezel arms and also the updated 4.0 ball cups. So stiffezel arms are exactly the same as the 3.0 arms, and here's the part numbers. Front is TLR 234091 and the rear arms are 234092. So these fit exactly the same as the original arms. They're just made out of a stiffer material. The stiffezel arms are basically more fiberglass, more glass content, less nylon content. So overall rigidity is quite a bit better. I mean, you really can't bend the arms at all in your hands. The original plastics I think are a little bit on the soft side. I mean, you can definitely kind of flex them a little bit. And so I was a little bit skeptical that this would make any kind of difference. I've actually ran hard arms on my Team Associated B6 and didn't really notice much of a change on that buggy, and so wasn't sure it'd really do much on the TLR 22T 3.0, but my original arms are getting pretty worn out, need replacing anyways. These arms are only 10 bucks each, so for $20 I figured I'd just do the whole set while I had the truck apart, and threw them on. And installation is fairly straightforward. I mean, there's really not much to it. The only thing different is that the stiffezel arms are like super hard. I mean, it is hard to get like these screws kind of threaded into the arms. Definitely want to use some black grease, or maybe even use a tap or something to kind of thread the holes a little bit, or because the screws will definitely get kind of worn out after just threading them in for the first time. So that's kind of typical of all the stiffezel parts, but something to be aware of. Maybe get some extra screws in case you strip one of these, and definitely use a good hex tip driver. So in addition to that, I also put on the updated ball cups. I'm kind of in the process of doing them, but as you can see here on the rear, I've actually got the updated ball cups. So I'll show you what the original looks like. The original ball cup is actually from the 3.0. Does kind of have that hole basically to stick the hex driver through and get to the ball stud. But on the sides of the new updated ball cups, they basically added a lot more material. I think they made this hole just a little bit smaller, so it doesn't have a tendency to break quite as easily. There was kind of a problem with these. These did tend to break a little bit. I did break one of them on the front, replaced it, but so this is kind of a running change I think they made to those ball cups. Definitely well worth it. So overall, the new ones fit fine. No issues. Haven't had any problems with them popping off, so they're working out great and should add some extra durability. Now back to the arms. What did I notice? Well, I actually did notice a big change. I was kind of surprised. The stiffezel arms definitely make the car more reactive, more responsive. I mean, it just is more nimble overall. I think the older arms just tended to flex a little bit and kind of made the car a little bit lazier feeling. Kind of biting into the corner, getting through, kind of railing around, initiating direction changes. Felt a little bit slower, and I was kind of surprised that I could actually notice quite a big difference. I think part of it is because these arms are just so dang long. I mean, truck arms are really, really long, probably the longest of all the RC 10 scale cars. So there can be quite a bit of flex because these things are so long with the original arms. So overall, I'm very happy with the change. Not only did it make it more nimble, more responsive, and just easier to change directions, but it did actually help the landing a little bit. Frank Root did mention that, and I was sort of paying attention, trying to see if I could tell a difference. It does land a little bit better. It's sort of like when it lands, it doesn't kind of wiggle or waggle just for a split moment while it's settling. It just kind of lands and just sticks, and then you can kind of go, right? It just overall feels the car just feels more just solid feeling. I was a little surprised with that. I thought maybe the flex would actually help it land a little better, but the stiffer arms, stiffer materials in general, just make the car just more solid feeling when it lands. And I didn't make any shock package changes, just left it as is, and it worked just fine. So you can definitely just throw these on, run them, and see, you know, if you can tell a difference. I definitely felt it made the truck better, and so can recommend this modification overall. Ball cups obviously are also more sturdy. So yeah, for $20 worth of changes, and I think these ball cups are maybe $10 or $12. You know, definitely a cheap upgrade, easy way to make your 3.0 a little more modern, a little more competitive and up to date. So anyways, thanks for watching, and hope you liked this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel. As always, if you can, you know, YouTube's basically trying to punish us little guys that have less than 1,000 subscribers. So it does help me actually if you subscribe if you haven't already. So anyways, thanks for watching, and look for more videos soon. Bye.